What's up, everybody? Once again, my name is Matt, and welcome back to Let's Play Ocarina of Time 3D Master Quest. In the last episode, we drew the Master Sword from its resting place and slept for 7 years. During that time, Ganondorf obtained the Triforce and took over Hyrule. All hope is not lost, because if we manage to rescue the sages, we can seal Ganondorf's evil away in the void. So in this episode, we're going to take Sheik's advice and head over to Kakariko in search of an item that will allow us to reach the first of those sages. So let's get out of here. Now, 7 years, a lot has happened in 7 years, and you can kind of already see how different this area looks. Ganondorf's rule has not been kind to Hyrule Castle or the marketplace. Like, just look at this place, man. Everything is destroyed, all the NPCs are gone, and instead, we have Redeads just like roaming the streets. It's not looking good. And then, to make matters worse, if we head north towards Hyrule Castle, well, it's just, not even here anymore. Like, it's completely destroyed. And in its place is Ganon's castle. And I gotta say, like, Ganondorf, your design skills are on point, my man. That castle looks pretty intimidating, not gonna lie. But yeah, this is no longer Hyrule Castle. Instead, it's Ganon's castle. So I just sort of wanted to show this off to give you guys some sort of perspective and let you see what Ganondorf's done with the place in those 7 years. And now, it's up to us to correct this anomaly in the timeline and set things straight. So, let's leave this and make a beeline directly for Kakariko, because there's really nothing we can do here right now. And I think the game sends you over to Kakariko first, because a lot of the NPCs and characters that you would meet in Hyrule Castle Town Marketplace have since moved over to Kakariko, like, after Ganondorf took over. So you'll find a lot of the NPCs there. And, although Ganondorf's reign does have implications all over Hyrule, a lot of it is, consolidated to Hyrule Castle Town and the Marketplace, which is fine by me, because like I said, there's really not a whole lot that we can do there right now anyways. So, here we are, finally back in Kakariko, and Kakariko has done well over the past 7 years. In fact, it's pretty bustling, and all the construction that was taking place, like, when we were a kid is now finished. So, there's a couple of new buildings here, and some new things that we can do. But we're going to save that for a later date. For now, the first thing that I want to do is talk to the Cuckoo lady, who looks exactly the same after 7 years. I brought a new type of miniature cuckoo. I call it the pocket cuckoo. I don't get goosebumps from this baby. Cuckoos are very good at getting lazy late risers out of bed. Haven't you heard of them before? It makes them very happy to crow cuckoo, especially when it wakes up a very heavy sleeper. However, my cuckoo is not entirely happy right now. You look like you're good at handling cuckoos. Here, take this egg. After this cuckoo hatches, bring it back to me after a while and I'll check out its mood. What do you think? Will you try? Sure, why not? I'll give it a shot. So we got ourselves another egg. This time it's a pocket egg. So we'll stuff that away in our pocket, and while we're incubating this, what do you say we make our way over to the graveyard? Because, well, when we were a kid and we needed some new items, we would rob graves, and now that we're an adult, I guess you could say we're going to be falling back to some old habits. First things first, though, I want to check out this sign because it reads, Heart-pounding grave-digging tour. Tours are cancelled until a new gravekeeper is found. We apologize for any inconvenience. Oh no! What happened to Dompe, man? In 7 years, he's no longer with us. Oh, that's kind of sad. Alright, to get more information, I guess we could head inside the gravekeeper's hut, because we're gonna find the gravekeeper's diary. So, let's read it and figure out what happened. Whoever reads this, please enter my grave and I will let you have my stretching, shrinking keepsake. I'm waiting for you, Dompe. I have no idea what he's talking about. That could be a number of different things and taken a number of different ways, but at least we know Dompe has sort of passed on. Now, I actually forgot to do something as a kid. When you're a kid, there is a soft soil spot over here that you can get a Skulltula from and also plant a magical bean in. I forgot to plant the bean. In fact, you can actually see it in my inventory. One bean that I forgot to plant. Obviously, when you're an adult, that would grow into like a plant that you could ride on. It'll take you up on the ledge to my left, and there is a piece of heart up there. I can fix that later on, but right now I'm sort of locked out of going back in time, so instead, we're gonna ignore that and go inside good old Dompe's grave and see if we can't get that stretching, shrinking keepsake, whatever it is that may be. But there's Dompe himself. He's a ghost. Young man, are you fast on your feet? I may not look like it, but I'm confident in my speed. Let's have a race. Follow me if you dare. Alright, Dompe, bring it on. So, yeah, we're gonna race through Dompe's grave. Be careful because obviously he's spitting flames at you. Those are there to sort of, you know, let you know where Dompe's going if you do get left behind, but honestly, they are kind of an obstacle too, since if you run into them, you will get burned and sort of fall down. Like that. Perfect timing, man. Alright, so, we actually do need to do this twice. The first time, as long as we follow him, we'll get, like, the special keepsake that he's talking about. But, if we do this a second time afterwards, and, complete the race in less than a minute, we can get a piece of heart. Now, generally speaking, a lot of people wait until much, much later on in the game to do the race a second time, but you really don't need to, because as long as, like, you roll even a little bit, you should be able to beat this race in less than a minute. Like, I can probably even do it this time around if I'm quick enough. So, yeah, 57 seconds, and that was with me getting hit by a flame. Anyways, let's talk to Dompe then. The time of this race was 57 seconds. Hey, young man, you were very quick to be able to keep up with me, hee hee hee. As a reward, I'm going to give you my treasure. It's called the Hookshot. Its spring-loaded chain will pull you to any spot where its hook sticks. Doesn't that sound cool? I'm sure it'll help you. I live here now, so come back again sometime. I'll give you something cool. One more thing, be careful on your way back. And Dompe just burns away, but he causes this chest to appear. And obviously, this is the chest that contains the hookshot. So, let's open this up and get one of the coolest items in, like, Zelda history. The hookshot. And this is exactly what we need to reach the first temple. And of course, that's where we're going to find the first sage. Alright, so let's get out of here. And obviously, there are some Song of Time blocks just, like, standing in our way. So, let's play the Song of Time to get these out of the way, and then we'll be able to go right back to Kakariko, which is kind of nice. But we're going to be taking a detour through another building where we're going to learn another song. And this is one of my favorite areas in the game, just because of this iconic tune that plays here. Now, obviously, real quick, you can see a piece of heart just hanging out on that ledge. What they want you to do is, like, jump to the center of the windmill, but they just gave us the hookshot, and since it attaches to wood, we can just hookshot right over to this platform. No jumping required. It's a whole heck of a lot easier to get the piece of heart that way. While we're in here, though, there is a character that you're definitely gonna want to speak to as an adult, so let's see what's going on with the creepy windmill guy, shall we? Grr. I'll never forget what happened on that day 7 years ago. Grr. It's all that Ocarina Kid's fault. Next time he comes around here, I'm gonna mess him up. Ocarina Kid, huh? Well, he's clearly talking about us, but I'm not sure what he's referring to. Let's, pull out our ocarina. What? You've got an ocarina? What the heck? That reminds me of that time 7 years ago. Back then, a mean kid came here and played a strange song. It messed up this windmill. I'll never forget this song. And neither will anyone who has played this game. And with that, we have learned one of the most iconic tunes in Ocarina of Time, the Song of Storms. And this is kind of funny because we just created a huge time paradox. Like, obviously that guy was talking about the Ocarina Kid who played that song and messed up the windmill, but we didn't know this song as a kid. We just learned it now from the windmill guy. So, since the windmill guy taught us the song as an adult, we now have to go back in time and play that song for the windmill guy. That way he can teach it to us as an adult. It's a huge time paradox. Anyways, I'm gonna go and do the second race with Dompe, and I'll see you guys once I'm done. And we are just about done. Wow, 55 seconds. Not bad. Faster than the last race, too. Cool. That time was 55 seconds. You're back, young man. Was the present I gave you fun and useful? I mean, I guess I haven't really used it yet, though. But he burns away and gives us another piece of heart. So yeah, very, very easy to get right now. No need to wait until much, much later in the game to pick that one up. Now that we got that though, what do you say we actually make use of the hookshot that he gave us from the first race, because we still have yet to actually use it for anything. Thankfully, there's a few things we can do in Kakariko at night that make use of the hookshot. So, of course, we're just going to take out our ocarina and play the sun song. That way we can make it nighttime. Then we'll collect like a golden Skulltula and see what else we can do. Oh, I should mention that, now that you have the hookshot, you can get on that roof where that guy was sitting and get the piece of heart that way. Like, that's normally how people get that piece of heart, but it's a lot quicker just to, like, jump off the watchtower and land on the roof, and it's really, really easy. Anyways, though, what you want to do is head over to this side of Kakariko, and as I was saying before, hookshot can actually be used to reach roofs of different buildings. We want to get back on the roof of this building where previously the owl dropped us off, and we were able to get that piece of heart from the cow inside this particular house. But now that we're an adult, we can find a golden Skulltula right on this back wall at nighttime. And of course, we can use our hookshot to kill the Skulltula and collect the token. So yeah, the hookshot has a lot of different uses, and it is one of my favorite items in this game. Anyways, I'm going to pop in here real quick just to set my spawn location to, like, this door, because that's really all I wanted to do at nighttime. So, let's take out our ocarina again and make it daytime, shall we? There's a couple more things that we can do during the day, especially since if we make it day after we made it night, yes, the cuckoo that we got from the cuckoo lady is going to hatch. So now we can do something with this pocket cuckoo. Obviously, we need to go find someone who is sleeping and wake them up. And as I said, a lot of the different NPCs from all over Hyrule have since sort of moved into Kakariko Village, including one very famous sleeping man. That's right, it's our good buddy Talon from Lon Lon Ranch. So let's use our pocket cuckoo to wake him up again, shall we? What in tarnation? Can a person get a little shut-eye around here? Alright, what's up with you, Talon? How you been? Ingo took over Lon Lon Ranch. They call it Ingo Ranch nowadays. I was kicked out of there, and look at me now. My girl Malin still works at the ranch. I'm worried about her. As you probably should be. Ingo does not sound like a very nice person, that is for sure. But now that we've hatched the pocket cuckoo and woken someone up with it, I'm sure it's in a very, very good mood. So let's bring it back and show it to the cuckoo lady, shall we? Oh, your cuckoo looks pretty happy. He must have awakened an extremely lazy guy. You're a good cuckoo keeper. I'll give you a rare, valuable cuckoo if you're interested. Its name is Kojiro, and he used to be my brother's cuckoo. Its blue body is quite charming. It's so cute. Since my brother has gone, it's strange, but Kojiro has stopped crowing. Do you want to keep Kojiro? Sure, why not? So now, we have a permanent blue cuckoo. Its name is Kojiro, and we can do stuff with it. It's actually for a side quest much, much later on, but we'll keep it along with us for now at least. Alright, so now that we got that, we're basically ready to go off to the first temple. There's a couple of things that I would like to do first, but I think that's a good place to end off this video. So if you guys enjoyed this part, a like rating would be greatly appreciated. If you want to see more, consider subscribing. But once again, guys, my name is Matt. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.